Happy fall, everyone! My book recommendations for this month are on point. Not only because they sound amazing, but because all of them are that perfect fall feel to really get you in the mood for cooler weather, hot apple cider, and the spooky season. So let's dive in. The first book is a bit of a cheat because it actually came out on August 29th, so it isn't technically a September book recommendation, but because I am so excited about it, and I missed mentioning it last month, we're starting off with Assistant to the Villain by Nicole Maehrer. The story behind this book is such an inspiration because it shows that all the work and thought put into social media isn't always just shouting into the void. Hannah is a popular book talker who, while writing her story, started making videos, either in the voice of the main character or playing off the adorable premise, a grumpy villain who falls for his sunshiny assistant and mayhem ensues. The videos exploded, and the author was eventually picked up by Red Tower Books, a name you may recognize by their latest big publication, The Fourth Wing. A great twist on the workplace romance and your typical grumpy sunshine. I am so excited to read Assistant to the Villain. And as I mentioned before, this came out on August 29th, so you can already go grab it. Next is There's No Way I'd Die First by Lisa Springer. A debut horror comedy, There's No Way I'd Die First tells the story of 17-year-old Noelle Lane, who is an expert on horror and has decided to throw the perfect Halloween party. But when the entertainment turns deadly, she has to put her knowledge to the test to survive. If you've been watching my book recommendation videos for a while now, you know I am a huge fan of campy horror, and this is it to a T. If you've ever watched the Scream movies, this book is like if Randy Meeks were the main character, and I am here for that energy. This book is out on September 5th. Next is The September House by Carissa Orlando. Another horror book on my list. You're shocked, I know. But I couldn't resist because it's another twist on the usual horror tropes. Margaret and her husband Hal buy their dream home, only to find out it's haunted. Every September, the walls drip blood, and the former inhabitants' ghosts appear, terrified of something that lurks in the basement. And you know to be terrified when the ghosts are scared. Most people would flee, but Margaret is not most people. After all, what is 1 month out of the year compared to keeping your dream home? But when her husband gets fed up and leaves, and then disappears, their daughter Catherine comes searching. But with every step Margaret and Catherine take to find Hal, the hauntings grow worse. There are some secrets the house needs to keep. How creepy and fun does that sound? I love that instead of being trapped or forced to stay in the house for some reason, the main character decides to stick it out, that this dream house is worth it. Not only a twist on the normal horror story, but also just a hilarious commentary on today's housing market. What wouldn't we do for a house these days? This book sounds amazing. It is also out on September 5th. Finally is The Library of Shadows by Rachel Moore. A debut paranormal rom-com, The Library of Shadows is pitched as perfect for fans of Ninth House and Cemetery Boys. But for those of you that have been around and reading YA for a while, does anyone remember Meg Cabot's Mediator series? It actually really reminds me of that, mixed with a little bit of Lara Croft. Yes, we're going old school on all of our references today. Anyway, The Library of Shadows features Estee Logano, who, in her search to find out more about her father, decides to attend the same prep school and gets more than she bargained for when she runs into ghosts, hidden tunnels, haunted halls, and realizes that the rumors about missing students might be more than just myth. And if she isn't careful, she might be next. This sounds adorable, and it is also out on the 5th. I'm not sure what it is about the 5th this month, but I'm considering taking next week completely off so I can just sit and read all these great books. Now, there were so many good books to mention this month. I had such a hard time deciding, so I decided to make a new section for these videos, honorable mentions. So this month's honorable mentions are The Chalice of the Gods by Riordan. I know people are really excited about this latest installment, especially with the continuing news about the new Percy Jackson TV show. We don't talk about the first movies. Although, you know, I will admit, I didn't have as much of an issue with them as a lot of other people did, just because I was not as big of a fan of the books. They're great, but they weren't like the end-all be-all for me, so I enjoyed the movies, but I know a lot of people, like, you don't even mention the movies. Anyway, next is Champion of Fate by Kendare Blake, also The Fragile Threads of Power by V.E. Schwab, and The Square of Sevens by Laura Shepard-Robinson. As you can see, it's going to be a busy reading month for me. What are you looking forward to reading this month? Anything I missed? Let me know in the comments. Don't forget to like and subscribe, it really helps the channel, and until next time, keep reading.